Hello, how are you? This is JilliBling. Today's project is all about the bundle, the free bundle, Softly Sophisticated. So I saw this online from Jamie, www.jamieb.com. And she did a card just like this, different color ribbon, which we'll be using today. And I love it, love it, love it. So the first one was with her layout, which I think I like best. Cute, very cute. So then I tried to use the other stamp. So there's this is two-step stamping, two greenery to choose from. And then of course the flowers that coordinate with it in great words. This is a good buy. And the bundle includes the embossing folder, which I'll show you here in just a minute. So the first one was this one, and I love the greenery on it. I love the layout of this. So I thought, well, let me try the other one, and it's a bit more simple, but sometimes that's exactly what you want and what you need. Very simple. Oh, and the inside of this, yeah, I went a little crazy. But it's fun. It's really fun doing this two-step stamping. Then on the last one, after doing something simple, I thought, let's put it all on there. So I did both of the greenery and of course both of the flowers, lots of flowers, just a little word. And I do like how this one came out, but it's a little crazy. And then the bow, free ribbon, free bundle, free bow, and the paper, this paper, linen looking paper, that's free too. Wow, I did pretty good with this one. So, Celebration is Stampin' Up's best promotion of the year, and it runs from January until the end of December. Celebration, January 4th through February 25th. And if you have a qualifying purchase, which is $50 out of any of the catalogs, we have the annual catalog and the holiday, and we also have online exclusives, online products clearance. Anything that you order for $50, you get to choose a level 1 item from here. So that makes you ask, well, what's a level 2 item? It probably says in here, right down here. That is if you buy $100, you get to choose a level 2. And the level 2, it says right here, free with a $100 purchase. Free. And the dogwood, oh, that's so pretty too. But here is on page 14 what we'll be using today. Free, Softly Sophisticated. Free with a $100 purchase. You get the embossing folder and the stamp set. They have great samples on here. But the dogwood is beautiful too. I did a project using that just a few weeks ago, and it turned out beautiful. So that's what we're doing today. Let's just dive into this. The dies we're using are Countryside, right here, and that's for this shape right here. And of course the lovely bundle. Okay, so here we go. Thank you, Jamie B, for sharing. I love it. We'll be using brushed brass butterflies. These butterflies I've purchased, and I hoard them because they're a little expensive, but they make such a statement. They're really pretty. So we'll put in 3 of them on today. And the ribbon comes in a 3-pack, and it comes with, like, I think it's azure, bubble bath, and then lemon lolly. And I love this ribbon. So we'll be using that today. This is the embossing folder. Let me make sure you can see that. It's real pretty, very dainty, delicate. Here's our papers. Oh, and then the free paper is Stippled Rose, Softly Stippled Designer Paper. And you're like, okay, but it's this piece right here. So on the back, it has the wild wheat leaves, but here's the linen that we'll be using today. And in here, there are beautiful prints. And you could get this for free too. This is for free with, ooh, look how nice all that goes together. Yeah. Oh, and then of course there's a coordinating stamp set. But you could get this paper for free with a $50 order. Very pretty. I'm running low on it. So I don't know that I could show you all the sheets. That one's pretty. That one I'm thinking, oh, is an alternate, but it might be too busy. Oh, look at that. I've used this one on something. Oh, on the dogwood I did a few weeks ago. Okay, let's get to making this card. Let's get to it. Okay, all these samples can go right here. Pieces, okay, we'll pull those out as we need them. Okay, so here's the pieces. Washi tape. Card base, pull party, and I'll put all the paper cut sizes on my blog, which is JilliBling.com. And if you decide you'd like to order and get stuff for free, if you can, use this host code, and that host code will be in the description of the video, and then also on my blog, way up in the top corner. Okay, let's see what we have here. Inside paper. Under, because if you put just this designer paper onto the card base, it gets lost a little bit. So white. And then these are for the countryside dies. Okay. Oh, and then we're going to be using the marker, the Stampin Up marker. Oh, I'll show you what this means in just a minute. This is a good, this is bad, but it's a good example to show you what not to do. I'll show you that in just a minute. Okay, so this one, and this one, I love these dies. Okay, I'm going to cut those out. Okay, and then after it's cut out, let's texture it. And I say after, and it's nothing tragic if you texture it first and then cut it out. But if you were to, oh, and that's another thing, the direction. Okay, back to where we were. Say you were to texture your paper first. Okay, so we're going to texture it first. I would say don't do it this way, but I'm just going to show you why. Okay, you get your paper out, pretend like it's all textured. Then you're going to cut it out. But when you cut it out, this is going to smush all the texture that's down underneath there. Therefore, if you cut it out first, then texture it, you don't have to worry about that. Another thing with this embossing folder, this project in particular, this doesn't fit on here very well. So you're kind of stuck with just doing it up and down, which I think is just fine. Getting it lined up. And because the embossing folder is directional, so if you put your paper in like this and just ran it through, your whole project would look crooked. So do your best to get it lined up, just because there's a pattern in the embossing folder. Okay, here we are. Can you see that? So the question is, do you want this side up with the holes going in, or do you want this side up with the holes popping up? I was thinking, of course, always this way, but on some of the samples, this one they're popping up and I like it. This one they're popping up and I like it. This one, is it popping down? They're going down. So let's do, I'm looking at the samples. Let's do it with them going down in portrait, just because I already have two landscape. I don't know if you could see these. Two landscape and one portrait. So let's do it like this. And I want to use the big flower. And then what words? I don't know. I used them all already. How about the hello there, right at the top, and the flowers coming up from the bottom. Kind of like this one, but just saying hello there with different words. Okay, that's the plan. Okay. So let's stamp. You know, it's like, okay, no mistakes. Hello there at the top. Okay, success. Now, start with the green, or the pretty peacock. do the one with the big leaves, not the, I shouldn't call that weed. Does it look like a weed to you? These are wildflowers. These are these are hothouse flowers. Yeah. Where should I put the bow though? Wait till you see how pretty this comes out. Yes. Isn't that pretty? It's just so crisp. I love that. Okay, and lemon lolly. Lemon lolly, which all by itself somewhat gets lost, but when you put the little dots on it, it's okay. Okay, so lemon lolly, and I'm going to work on lining it up with the bud, and then this stem right here will go right up to the flower, and that stem will come out of kind of a crack in the flower. When you're playing with it and moving it around, all of a sudden you'll say, oh, that's where it goes. But for sure that little bud, this bud right over here, goes into place. Okay, so you can see lemon lolly on there, but it kind of gets lost just because it's so delicate, but the dots help a lot. So the dots are just dots. And I try to do an odd number, but I think more important is just so it looks good. It's kind of hard to, let me, like just straight up and down. But that one's real small. And you want them random. You don't want any pattern going on there. Okay, just gonna leave it like that. We're almost done with the outside already. Okay, and now let's start getting this stuck together. Oh, and the bow. So we'll do butterflies in a minute. Guess we should start sticking it together first. Isn't that pretty ribbon with that little silver trim? Okay, so I'm going to stick together the designer paper onto the white layer. Good. And before I stick this onto my card base, which is what I would just naturally do, I'm going to take this ribbon and just wrap it around and then put a bow on there. So I think it will go about midpoint. Wrap it around. And this paper, I love the linen paper. I love the look of it, but working with it, it's just regular paper. But because the pattern is random, I can't help but constantly think, did I cut that crooked? But that's just how the paper is. So if you're going there in your head, like, it looks crooked, that's just how it was made. It's not you. It's the paper. Okay, so that's on there. Then this I'm going to put on with dimensionals. Just because we always have to have dimensionals, right? And I'll put 5 of them on. Oh, doubled. Okay, so that goes right on here. Right in the middle. And then this is going to go, let me first do the double bow. Because if the double bow is too big, it'll go off to one side. I'm thinking, because this is kind of delicate ribbon, that it could be right in the middle. The focal point could be in the middle and the bow can be off to the side. Because with the, this is another option for free. That ribbon, which really makes a statement, that one takes up a lot of space. So I pushed the image, the focal, over to the right. Okay, got that going. See, well, I know the butterflies will fill that in. Okay, I'm thinking like that. Well, change is good, right? Didn't see that coming. I thought it was going to be as easy as pie. Well, that's okay. I just need to manipulate the bow a bit. Okay, so this is going to go on with dimensionals. Because it's curving, the paper is curving because of the embossing folder, it gets extra dimensionals. Okay. And this goes on with a glue dot, then a little bit of liquid glue. Yeah, that's okay. And I'll cut the ends in just a minute. Okay, I want to see this little bud right down here. So if the bow could stay just like that, stay dry. I'll put the butterflies on in just a minute, and I'll trim the ends of the ribbon in just a minute. Just give it a second to dry. Okay, so for the inside, hello there. This time I'm going to put words on the inside. You're in my thoughts. How about that? With, oh, this one I went crazy. Oh, okay, so when it comes to stamping the inside, this is what I was talking about. Is here's a good bad example. When I did the insides of, which one did I go crazy on? This one. No. Okay, here we go. See how this lemon lolly flower is over the pretty peacock stem? Okay, looks good here. I did it in a few separate places where the flower went over the stem color. Okay, looks great, fine, put it away. When to use it for the inside of the next one, look what I see. It is just a shadow of other flowers when I stamped over the top. So, moral of the story, if you stamp over them, or just clean it before you do any stamping, particularly the lemon lolly, because I don't want that happening to you. Because to me, no, that's not so good. Not so good. Okay, so all the lemon lollies get just a little scrub. I'm not going to have that happen again. Okay, so on the inside, this one has just the big flower. Let's do, oh, I'm going to do words on the inside too, huh? Should I just keep it simple, or should I go crazy? Crazy's kind of fun. Okay, I'll go crazy. It's just across the bottom here. Crazy it is. Lots. So we'll have primary right here. This one's like, yeah, you look at that. That's pretty. Those kind of fit in together. That's nice. Well, that works out pretty good doing just the 3. Should I do another one down here? Maybe just some greenery? Oh, look at that. Look how that fits. You might think I planned that. Huh? Okay, so hello there, and you're in my thoughts. Right there. Oh, I'm loving this stamp set. Just because, even just looking at this, look how crisp and bright that is. Yeah. I don't know, maybe I cleaned my glasses or something today, but it sure is pretty. I could think of all kinds of other colored flowers. You know, another thing on here is I need to think, when I'm stamping, if any of these lemon lolly flowers hit any other green, I need to clean it. It's just so sweet. I think that's it. Okay. Now I need a few black dots. 1, 2, 3, 4. And on my blog, I'll put close-up pictures. Not that it's hard or anything, but just sometimes when you see a picture and you're working on something, it's always nice to have an idea in front of you. And if ever you see any of my stuff that you like, feel free to jump in and just try it. Maybe you do it in your own favorite colors. Okay, well, that will do. Okay, to this dry. This is ready. I'm giving it another second. Dry, dry. Okay, and look at that. It dried. See, that's really simple. But the butterflies are the icing on the cake. No butterflies on the inside. Maybe I'm loving this because it's my colors and I'm in the mood for spring. I don't know. Kind of curling up there a little. Hello there. See that card just out of the blue? Getting it in your mailbox in snail mail? You'll be like, oh my gosh, they really care. Right here. Maybe I'll use, because I'm going to use 3, maybe I'll use 2 big ones, just because this has a whole bunch of white space. Oh, I lost the glue dot. The glue dot's hanging on. It's not in place though. Okay. I was going to say I'll deal with it later, but after this, I'm done with this project. Okay, off with the glue dot, which is in the perfect shape of a butterfly. Huh. Could I use it again? Does it work like that? I don't know if there's a top or a bottom to these. Success. There we are. I love it. Very sweet, very simple card. Definitely worth it. Okay, that's it for today. Let me know if you have any questions about Celebration or the project, or leave a comment if you can. Hit like and share. Hope you have a great day. Thanks. Bye.